Luke chapter 6 verses 39 to 45. Shine like lights in the world, as you hold on to the word of life. Jesus told his disciples a parable. Can a blind person guide a blind person? Will not both fall into a pit? No disciple is superior to the teacher, but when fully trained, every disciple will be like his teacher. Why do you notice the splinter in your brother's eye, but do not perceive the wooden beam in your own? How can you say to your brother, "Brother, let me remove that splinter in your eye," when you do not even notice the wooden beam in your own eye? You hypocrite! Remove the wooden beam from your eye first, then you will see clearly to remove the splinter in your brother's eye. Verse 39, Jesus told his disciples a parable. Can a blind person guide a blind person? Will not both fall into a pit? Think about a person who led you into a sin. They were blind to faith in Jesus, thus like the blind leading blind you both fell into the pit of sin. You went along with the sin because of your built-in desire or tendency to sin, called concupiscence, thus both of you fell into the pit of sin. The person who led the way wasn't being the image of Christ, but a blind leader, working for Satan, leading the temporally blind, into the pit of sin. Verse 40, no superior to the teacher, but when fully trained, every disciple will be like his teacher. That's a clear position found not only in the classroom but every job you ever had. Someone in that company or production floor is an expert in a particular function. That's who you want to become friendly with. Because you are new, they will be able to answer all your questions or point you to another who can. You see, you can only know as much as your latest teacher, but you can pass on the lessons you learned to the new hires. If you emulated Jesus, you would not be troubled by death because you would be living a righteous life, and heaven, or purgatory would be your next destination after this life. Verse 41, why do you notice the splinter in your brother's eye, but do not perceive the wooden beam in your own? Have you ever noticed how easy it is to find other people's faults? Have you ever noticed how difficult it is to find the faults of the person you see in the bathroom mirror every morning? When someone points out our own faults, we tend to become immediately defensive, and try to deflect our own faults onto another person or situation beyond our control. Have you thought that might have been a message from God encouraging you to clean up that aspect of your life? In time you see the truth and know the criticism is correct, but due to your lack of humility it is still difficult to admit your failure. Now that you recognize the fault, you begin to work toward resolving the error of your ways, a realization brought on because of your increased humility, which gave you the ability to accept and evaluate the next criticism. Once you have removed that beam from your eye, you will be a better person. The power of Christ's teaching was that he was able to present a way in which we could understand and improve.